Lewis and Clark never explored Florida.
Hey everyone, I'm Lewis.
And I'm Clark, Jessica Clark.
Lewis and Clark.
Lewis and Clark.
Wow, I'm feeding a buffalo.
But our Lewis and Clark have. This dynamic duo has traveled to little-known places, met amazing people, and uncovered incredible stories. These are the First Coast adventures of Lewis and Clark. Now, here are Lewis Turner and Jessica Clark.
Hello. Thank you so much for being here. It is awesome to kind of think back on 2 solid years of Lewis and Clark.
We have gone so many different places, seen so many people.
And what better way to decompress and think about it than at the Tiki Bar,
The floating tiki bar. It's like a tiki bar boat.
which is as Lewis and Clark as it comes right here. And it takes me back to the time a ways back when we went urban kayaking right through and underneath downtown Jacksonville.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work.
Personal flotation device.
Life vest, all important life vest.
Our urban kayaking trip started like any other boat trip.
Like a corset.
All right.
All right, you guys ready for your instructions?
Ready.
That's Jennifer Kerner.
So it'd be like, catch, pull, lift.
Jennifer and her husband Pete have up the creek expeditions in Jacksonville.
Do it again on that side. And sink.
Uh-oh. I've also heard
This is
this.
a relationship enhancing experience.
Oh, that's what we need.
You have to surrender in the front. Surrender and be coached.
Be submissive?
Wait a second.
All right, you guys ready?
Yes. Okay, Lewis, this is it. This is a make it or break it Lewis and Clark moment.
This is it. Jim, what's this tour you're taking us on?
Well, we call this the downtown tour or urban kayaking.
Instead of cypress trees, there are skyscrapers, ships, and so much more.
Yeah, see it?
That's the Acosta Bridge right there.
Yes, we're going under the Acosta.
Wow, there is a current here, isn't there?
So it's moving fast, so paddle with authority.
Paddle with
authority. And I couldn't imagine why somebody would want to paddle in buildings, and bridges. But look at the railroad trestle up. I mean, it looks like art to me.
Look at that. Yeah, you know what? It's a whole different thing to see it from this angle.
I think we're about to get the bridge to go down. We're about to have a train.
FEC, Florida East Coast.
Come on, Woo! We go over to McCoy's Creek under the Times Union Bridge. So all you see is this little tunnel. And, well, I'll let the surprise be yours when we go through it, like Alice in Wonderland.
Oh my gosh.
I think the cars are parked right on top of us. We are under the city.
The unexplored, unknown places beneath the city. So this is my favorite part here.
What's going on here? It's got its own beauty, doesn't it?
Oh, isn't that? I mean, I know you don't like spiders.
Not a fan of spiders.
But the sun coming through the webs is incredible.
Did you know that they have the Great Florida Jumping Spider in here?
Oh, those are my
Don't tell
favorite.
Lewis
I mean,
that.
2
Don't
to
tell
3
Lewis that.
And then the area seemed to open up a bit and became even more surreal.
And then now we're just in the jungle.
We are in the jungle. This is McCoy's Creek.
I mean, you go from a concrete jungle to this jungle.
So a lot of birds.
Yeah, this is
I mean,
really
you got a lot of
considered
time.
a rookery. So this is your, little downtown urban rookery.
But the birds were a bit camera
I'm
shy.
gonna do my mating call. That's a West Coast warbler. It's a maybe more of a blue-footed booby there.
No.
Still, no birds for the camera.
So you want to go back to the city?
Bad reality.
So, urban kayaking.
Rat race, Jess.
And then it's an amazing experience to kind of add to your arsenal of kayak trips.
It can take you under the beaten path,
That was cool.
And here we are.
but never far from the familiar parts of the River City.
That was an awesome trip.
It was.
Everybody should do it.
It was great. I'm trying to drive this thing right now, the tiki bar.
Well, left is left and right's right.
Right.
Just keep that in mind. I know you love to drive things
Oh, please.
and how it gets dangerous.
Yeah, right. Well, you remember the Jeepsters.
Do I?
You almost fell out of one.
Just down I-95 off State Road 207 in Putnam County,
We are in East Palatka, Florida.
on an old horse farm.
Yeah, I've had as many as 110, 120 horses out here at the peak.
We met a man named Jim Vaquero.
Can I call you Jeepster Jim? Is that too informal?
No, that's what I'm usually called.
He doesn't have horses anymore. Now he's working with a different kind of horsepower, the Jeepster.
I'm going to take you out here in the barn and show you some Jeepsters that have been stored in barns and warehouses for 30, 40 years. And I guess we got about 15 or 20 of them waiting in line out here to be restored.
That's what Jeepster Jim does. He sees what these old, rusty classics can be
I look at this and it's like gold.
and restores them into shining beauties.
They only built 19,000 of these cars in 1948, 49, and 50. We estimate there's only 3,000 or 4,000 left in the world.
How is that possible? It seems like you would run out of it. Ultimately, you'd fix them all, they'd run out, and then you're done.
Everybody told me I was crazy in the beginning, but I've stayed booked up for a year and a half or 2 years.
To be honest, we've got rust, we've got cobwebs, but there is hope for these babies. There is a bit of a heaven.
I have 5 miracle workers working for me over there, and the rust goes away.
Inside another building,
So Jim, you take the cars from out in the barn and you completely disassemble them?
It's complete, they tear it out, complete every nut and bolt.
How long they wait?
Then the car, when everything is done out here, comes into the final assembly room. We do all of the tops and the interior and upholstery and everything right here on the premises. Would you guys like to ride in a Jeepster?
I thought you would never ask.
I would love to.
Did you tell me you could drive a stick shift?
I learned on a stick shift.
Lady, would you like to go for a ride?
I would love to.
All right, ready?
okay, it has been 20 years since I drove a stick shift, so I got a crash course.
Right here in the middle is neutral, and this is your clutch.
Okay.
And this is your gas.
Enough said, and it was smooth sailing for me.
There's your clutch is. Let's see if we can get your partner in here now.
Yes.
You're on your own.
Oh no!
Yes, you are.
No, Jim,
You're
I
on your
don't-
own. Go have fun.
Oh, it's great. Come on, Lewis.
I'm so excited. My heart can barely stand it. Okay.
I was ready to drive, but those gears, they're not marked.
That's a neutral. Uh-oh. Oh no.
Okay.
Hello. Oh no, I just stalled it out.
That's fine.
Oh no.
Yep, I stalled it a few times.
Hey, Jeepster Jim! Hey!
I stalled it out. Give it some gas. Whoa!
Whoa, baby! There she goes.
But when I got it going,
Okay, I'm getting too excited here.
it was terrific. One time Lewis even almost tumbled out the door that he thought was shut. Riding along, I fell in love with that car, and evidently the Jeepster had the same effect on Jim.
I think I got my first kiss in the back of a Jeepster, and I've had a love affair with them ever since.
And now that love has turned into a work of passion.
We kind of say we're saving American history one Jeepster at a time.
Saving history in a classic way.
Coming up, we go where the buffalo roam, exploring an out-of-the-ordinary ranch. Find out what had half of the Lewis and Clark team running for cover.
Oh my God!
Plus, hardly ever seen before footage that's worth coming back for. That and more when the First Coast Adventures of Lewis and Clark returns.